Welcome to my views on news. Another video for you. Two news stories. Firstly, Tigray People's Liberation Front political party based in the Tigray region of Ethiopia, which signed a peace agreement with Ethiopian federal government on the 2nd of November, has come under serious pressure. How will TPLF ensure that agreement is implemented? Who is putting pressure upon TPLF and what could happen? Secondly, viewers, Jawar Mohammed, I reported in a video, has departed Ethiopia. He's in Germany reportedly. If you remember, more than a month ago, I reported that Jawar's security guards had been arrested. During Iricha festivals, Jawar attended Iricha gathering in Addis Ababa. He did not attend Iricha gathering in Oromo, in Bishoftu, because before that, his security guards had been arrested. It has been confirmed now. Why? Because judges who granted bail to Jawar's security guards have been arrested. Yesterday, I reported about arrests of some judges in Oromo. I have details for you. Firstly, viewers, TPLF signed a peace agreement with the federal government of Ethiopia 3 days ago. And some clauses of this agreement are not being well received by Tigrayan diaspora, Tigrayan opposition parties, Tigrayan advocacy groups. TPLF has come under serious pressure. Even within TPLF, some fissures and splits are emerging. How will TPLF ensure that agreement is implemented? Main point which is being criticized by all those who are opposing the agreement is disarming of Tigray forces. Global Society of Tigray Scholars, GSTS, has been working for Tigray, for the people of Tigray, since the start of this conflict in November 2020. GSTS, in several of its statements, condemned Ethiopian, Eritrean governments. Mainly, this body is backed by Tigrayan government. Today, GSTS rejected the peace agreement. GSTS in the statement said that who will guarantee the security of Tigray people if TDF is disarmed? It rejected the establishment of a transitional government in Tigray too. It said Tigray must have the right, which it has constitutionally, to exercise the right to self-determination. It talked about, it criticized transitional justice mechanism due to be put in place in Tigray according to the peace agreement. So it rejected several important points mentioned in the agreement. Secondly, I have reported in the previous video that Tigrayan diaspora is continuing their protests. One was held in Seattle, US today. No point in conducting protests after peace agreement has been signed. It means that diaspora is not satisfied with this agreement. And some voices from Tigray too. Though people of Tigray, I've been saying, people of Tigray will not oppose this agreement. Why? Because they are already battered and shattered. They need food. They need something that they can survive on. They need food, they need houses to live, they need access to electricity, banking, their money withheld because they could not withdraw anything from banks. Banking service suspended in Tigray for more than a year. Telecom, no access. So they are out of touch with their loved ones abroad. They want these basic services. We could not see massive opposition to this agreement in Tigray. But opposition parties of Tigray, Tigrayan diaspora, Tigrayan advocacy groups, they are rejecting the peace agreement. Kidane Amine of Betona party, I reported in the previous video, spoke a few hours ago. He also criticized the disarming of Tigray forces. Professor Kendaya, Tigray External Affairs Bureau in charge today, acknowledged that there are issues which must be explained by Tigray government. He said there shouldn't be speculations. Tigray government will explain. When will it explain? Because disarmament is going to start after 3 days, I think. Because disarming of Tigray fighters will start 5 days after the signing of the agreement. Agreement was signed 2 days ago. It means after 3 days, disarming of Tigray forces will start. It will start from heavy weapons. Heavy weapons will be surrendered by Tigray forces. So TPLF will have to satisfy the people, diaspora, opposition parties, and some dissenting voices in Tigray too, to ensure implementation of the agreement. More than 200,000 TDF fighters are in Tigray who have been fighting. So it's a huge task to disarm them, especially when it comes to small arms, when it comes to taking back small arms. By the way, TPLF is the target of all criticism after the ceasefire agreement, though TDF was part of the agreement. Who is Sad Khan? He is not a TPLF's politician. He is a general. He was leading his troops. He was the main man behind military planning of Tigray forces. He was there in South Africa. He was part of this agreement. So why is that all criticism is against TPLF? TDF military command is equally involved in this agreement. Maybe TDF command, TDF commanders, they have reached this conclusion that they cannot continue this war. That is why. But criticism is being directed against TPLF. Why? Because TPLF always said in the last 2 years that TDF was the guarantor of the survival of the people of Tigray. Now, guarantor is being disarmed. That is what is the main reason behind criticism against TPLF. TPLF has failed to satisfy the people. In the last 3 days, TPLF just issued one statement last night, and that statement did not make a mention of disarmament. Getachew silent, Debretsion silent. Only statement from Kendaya yesterday and today, and he said there are issues which must be explained. That is why overall TPLF has come under serious pressure. It will have to answer questions, otherwise we could see splits. Now question is, what type of splits could happen in Tigray? Splits within TPLF, splits within TDF, removal of TPLF from Addis Ababa, and can any splinter group of Tigray People Liberation Front or TDF continue armed resistance in Tigray? Several questions which will find answers to in coming days. Secondly, viewers, around a month ago during Richa festivals, Richa gatherings in Ethiopia, Jawar Mohammed security guards were arrested. He attended Richa celebrations in Addis Ababa, and the next day celebrations were to be held in Oromo. There, he could not attend the gathering of Richa celebration. Why? Because before that, his security guards had been arrested by Oromia Regional Police. I read a video back then. Now it has been confirmed that Jawar's 6 security guards have been in prison since then. But on Friday, 3 judges of Oromia Supreme Court granted bail to Jawar's security guards. What happened after that? Last night in a video, I reported the arrest of 3 judges in Adama, Oromia. Those 3 judges granted bail to Jawar security guards. They are being charged with terrorism. Judges have impunity. Judges cannot be arrested in Ethiopia. Ethiopian law prohibits their arrest. They can be arrested after their defense has been withdrawn. Impunity has been withdrawn. The impunity was not withdrawn. They were arrested. They are still in detention. And today, Ethiopian Supreme Court also spoke, condemning the arrest of 3 judges in Oromia. Now it has been confirmed to some extent that arrest is linked to granting of bail to Jawar security guards. Jawar seems to have fled Ethiopia because he was not being allowed to work in Oromia. Though he tried to, you can say he tried to develop relations with Prosperity Party, with PM Abiy in recent months. But he failed. He was losing his popularity among Oromos. People were accusing him of being pro-Prosperity Party, of pro-Ethiopian government. On the other hand, he was not being allowed to work freely. So he is now out of Ethiopia. He's in Germany. Will he return to Ethiopia? That remains to be seen. But the way government has taken action against judges who granted bail to Jawar's guards, it means that Jawar is not free to work, to continue his political activities in Ethiopia. I think PM Abiy sees Jawar as a potential challenger. Jawar was popular in Oromia. Still, he has following. He was the one who could have challenged PM Abiy in Oromia especially. But he has been made controversial. And he is out of Ethiopia now. Judges still in detention in Oromia. 3 judges. Thank you for watching.